Yo, what is going on, guys? Hutcho322 here, back, and today, fans and coaches of the ASL, I am bringing you week 5 of Weekly Recap. And last week was week 4, of course, and I can't really remember much of the matches, so I don't know why I said last week to start that off. But anyways, this video is going up a little bit late. Sorry, guys. Again, I'm busy. It'll all be resolved in a couple weeks, because then I'll be a lot less busy. But anyways, we have week 5 here today for you guys. And I am noticing that the desktop audio is not recording. Why? There we go. It's recording now. So let's just restart the music, cause you know. Okay, there you go. Restart the music for you guys. Yeah. Okay. I use just no copyright sounds on SoundCloud. But anyways, let's just hop into this before I keep rambling. Okay, so we have the weekly recap week 5. We have 3-0, 5-0, 3-0, 5-0, 5-0, 4-0, 2-0. Let's go ahead and hop right into this. First up, we have the Denver Nummels taking on the BC Bibrals. The Master with his Mega Sharpedo, which he actually doesn't bring this week, which I'm very surprised. Mega Sharpedo really looked like a big bring this week. I guess Tangrowth is there, but so many things pressure Tangrowth, like SDZ Terrakion one-shots it, Nidoqueen does so much damage to it, Latias dents it. I thought Mega Sharpedo was the weak to bring, but Tangrowth is actually one of the weekly heroes in this match, picking up 3 kills, and Tangrowth actually has some decent offensive presence, so I'm glad that TG was able to exploit that. Well, not exploit that, but really use it. Anyways, we got a Latias lead in with the Lando. Tangrowth is going to come in, take an Ice Beam, does like half. TG could play a lot more risky with his Tangrowth, because the point of his Tangrowth was probably trying to stop the Mega Sharpedo. So it's going to give her the knockoff, get rid of Nidoqueen's Life Orb. I think the better play there was to definitely go for the Ice Beam on the Tangrowth, but TG just wants to sack the Landorus, and Nidoqueen's going to go for the Pursuit, and does not get that prediction correctly, as Hoopa goes to the side shot. So Komala is going to probably throw a Wish, but actually just Rapid Spins, as the two Rapid Spinners are on the field. And Lottie's going to get Toxie, so definitely not the best situation for the Master, but goes for the HP Fighting, which is there for the Sneasel most likely, so it can't get Pursuit trapped reliably. So he's gonna get drained. Is Tangrowth to die in another hit. Quan comes in, it does nothing, and Lottie is gonna go ahead and die to the Toxic. So out comes this Magius, outspeeding Hoopa naturally. Just goes to the Shadow Ball. Does so much damage to Keldeo. Keldeo goes for a Toxic, basically revealing that it was probably a physically defensive variance to take on the likes of Mega Sharpedo, which that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, just because Mega Sharpedo is literally running through every team, and I gotta play the Master next week, so I gotta find my switch in. Anyways, Tangrowth is gonna take a return, then go for the Giga Drain, and cannot take another one, so it's gonna get out of there, go into the Hitmontop. As Hitmontop really just swallows hits, does whatever it wants, doubles into Tangrowth, very, very good double, because then it can pressure with knockoff. But out comes Komala, and this is on 1, pretty interesting. Just goes into Hitmontop since it does nothing to Hitmontop. Hitmontop can just finish it off with whatever move it likes. It's going to go for the Mach Punch. Mach Punch, definitely a good bring for the Master team. And he's gonna go for the mystical fire on the Tangrowth. A nice little tech there. And it's a physically offensive Tangrowth, so it doesn't care. And it's gonna take out the Miss Magus, because Miss Magus is like paper thin when it comes to defenses. Strakion is gonna go over the Stone Edge, get rid of Hoopa, and then basically what has to happen is Tangrowth has to beat the Jellicent, and Hitmontop has to beat the Drakion, and then TG basically wins. So Master's gonna go for the Nightshade as he takes a big Giga Drain. His Tangrowth is loving all this health. And Tracheon comes in, goes for the close combat, and then is gonna die to a Giga Drain due to losing getting the special defense drop. And then Tangrowth can actually just win this game with Giga Drain pressure. And that is gonna be the game. The BC Bibrals are gonna take a 3-0 victory over the Denver Nomos. And I believe, did the Nomos start out 3-0? I don't know. I'd have to check that some other time. But Tangrowth is going to finish off the matches. It put up, it had 3 kills in the match. It really pressured the Masters team. It got pressured, but it did pressure the Masters team. So very good bring on TG's part. So next up we have the Phoenix Flygons taking on the Portland Timbers. And Mega Pinsir got 3 kills, but is not a weekly hero because it was already won in week 1. So 5-0 in my favor. There's a little bit of hacks in this match. I don't really think it affected the outcome of the game. We'll see what the hacks are. But let's go ahead and hop into this, as this is Keiser's first loss of the season, being a big one at 5-0. So Manaphy is going to come out. Victini, I want to switch out. I don't want to risk speed ties. I risked a speed tie last season. Victini versus Manaphy, didn't win it. Don't want to risk it again. He's going to go Drud. I'm going to Volt Switch with my Rotom. Go into my Victini. Now I know that his primary switching for my Victini is Druddigon, as I'm especially offensive Victini, so that's 100% fine for me. He pulls a great switch into the Manaphy, as it reveals HP Fire, as Rotom is my dedicated switch in. Goes into Florges, and Florges is very scary for my team because it comes out on Rotom every single time. I'm going to go for the Volt Switch, get the heck out of there, go into my Victini. There's nothing this Florges can really do to my Victini. He's going to go to Manaphy as I Blue Flare. I almost Energy Balled there, but I didn't. And Rotom is going to come in here. Swell does nothing. And I get to just go for the Thunderbolt, do some big damage. I actually paralyze, which is, it's nice, but I missed my Blizzard, so it doesn't matter, because then he goes for the rest. So I mean, the paralyze didn't matter at all because he was already slower than me, and he guys move off, so it didn't matter. Fortress can come out. Fortress is a great swap in to Druddigon, and I gotta start hazard stacking because that is my primary goal in this match, because only hazard remover is this Armaldo, and if I can chip it down, I have Spikes, Stealth Rocks on my Fortress, and he actually reveals the HP Fire, which is very good tech, so good preparation on Keiser's part. But I just want to force the Rapid Spin. I go into my Virizion. I have to take a Stone Edge crit, which is very annoying. I Stone Edge myself, do some big damage, as I know I will live that HP Fire. And Drud's going to come out. I'm going to miss my Stone Edge. I mean, why not? I love missing moves. I get to go into my Fortress here. And Fortress can put some heavy pressure on. Just going to go over the Glare. So this is definitely Dragon Tail, Stealth Rock. It's like Dragon Tail, Sucker Punch, Glare, and Stealth Rocks, Drud. I go for the Gyro Ball, predicting Armaldo to come in so I can get that thing out of the way. So now I will have guaranteed hazards. I want to go into my Latios. He's going to go for the Leech Seed. Good safe play. And I believe this is actually a really long game, but I just go for the Thunderbolt because I have Recover on this Latios. So this Latios actually beats every variant of Celesteela except for Choice Banded Celesteela, but I think I even like do enough damage to revenge kill that. So I recover on his Protect, as Leech Seed health is not going to be enough as Celesteela since I'm putting on 50% each time, and flinches have no effect because I'm faster. He's going to switch, going into the Florges. Has to take a ton of damage from those hazards. I figure he has HP Fire, so I'm very scared to go into my Florges, or not my Florges, but my Fortress, because he prepped hard for Fortress, just because it's a good answer to make a Venusaur at times, and it's a good answer for Weavile. It hazard stacks, it does a lot to his team. So I'm energy balling here as he's making good plays and staying in. I figured he'd go to Manaphy on at least one of these, but I just want to U-turn, get the heck out of there, go to my Rotom. My Rotom could take a hit, and then basically all I get to do is just paint split. I was about to say Volt Switch, but no. He Moonblasts me, which is super annoying because the drop starts special attack. I go for the pain split. Goes to that HP fire, which really doesn't do anything. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Volt Switch, go into my Victini, because Victini can take plenty of hits from this thing. And it's unfortunate that he knows I'm a special variant. He actually goes into Manaphy now, which I was kicking myself on this. But what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna launch off an energy ball. I know it's probably not gonna kill. He was pretty bulky Manaphy. I just wanted to get Manaphy out of the way because that's one less thing that pressures my Fortress. So Mega Pinsir is gonna come in, snag a kill with quick attack. Didn't really want to risk anything. It's a risk-free play because I would two-shot anything. I've run calcs. It two-shots almost everything. If Celesteela were to come in, I would smack down Earthquakes. So Dragon Tail is going to get me into my Virizion. I'm going to go back into my Fortress. I'm very adamant on hazard stacking here, just because it'll help me out against the Weavile. It'll literally put Weavile at 20, or it'll put it at half health if I get all 3 spikes up. So that's very nice. I want to switch out. Don't want to risk the Flamethrower as he's going to go for the Leech Seed. Good play, good play. And I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt. Does not knock him out. It would have been a very, very high roll if I did knock him out. I'm going to predict the Protect here and go for the Recover. He makes a great play and just air slashes. So that was annoying. And I believe he protects here. So yeah, very good plays on Nisha's part. But I had to recover there, so it really didn't matter. And basically right here, I just Thunderbolt, because it'll likely kill. As he's going to be sleeping, I'm going to go for the Thunderbolt. And I'm going to recover here. He's going to wake up and miss his Dragon Tail. That's pretty important. Just because it would have been harder to kill Celesteela. But I did have things like Rotom Frost, and I had smacked down Earthquake and Mega Pinsir. So in the long run, do I think it affected the outcome of the match? No. But it was pretty important. I don't think my Latios would have died though. As I'm gonna go ahead and paralyze, which it doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't matter at all. Just gonna go for the Air Slash again. And his best play is to go ahead and go for the Protect. I'm just gonna recover, predicting the Protect, as he is not playing any games. And is gonna get back up to health. I just want to keep recovering as I'm trying to predict the Protect. He is just playing it well. He's gonna get paralyzed. I'm gonna go for the Thunderbolt and actually crit. That's pretty important too, because I still could have beat him though. He's gonna go for the SD. I'm gonna stay in because I am Cobra Berry, so I get to go ahead and just Draco and knock that thing out. Excuse me. At this point, this is a 60-turn battle. It is a very long battle. I go straight into my Pinsir, knowing it won't knock me out. I just go for the return, get rid of that. He goes into his Dredagon, takes so much damage from those hazards. I get to just go ahead and return, get rid of his Dredagon, and that is going to be the game. The Portland Timbers are going to win a 5-0 victory over the Phoenix Flygons with a little bit of hacks sprinkled in there. I still think I would have won the match just because I had, just for everything that got hacked, mainly just the Celesteela, I had checks for. Like I had Rotom in the Smackdown Earthquake Mega Pinsir. So I had sets for it. But anyways, the next match, translate, no, I'm okay. Next match is the Florida Floatzels taking on the Royale Gardevoir. And the Florida Floatzels are going to win a 3-0 victory as Thundersterian is going to pick up 3 kills in this match, putting on a lot of pressure on Gustavo's team, as he actually didn't bring Chansey, so very, very interesting. So let's go ahead and hop into this. Rocker's new addition to the team, going to be Lycanroc Day. Try to make his debut here. Set some Stealth Rocks. Has taken Aqua Jet, does nothing because Alomomola is very, very weak. Since it's Aqua Jet, it makes me think that this thing is, what's it called? Assault Vest. Rocker makes a great play, goes into Serena, using that Queenly Majesty so it literally doesn't take anything. Masquerade's gonna come in, take 12% on that drop kick, some big damage. He's gonna set a sticky web. Rocker can just go for the ASL rock, which is exactly what he does. Alamomola gets to come in and does nothing. He's gonna go straight into Serena, as Serena can just rapid spin right here. I don't really know why Gustavo went for the Aqua Jet. It was kind of obvious that Serena was coming in. But Cobalion comes in on Serena. Very good swap. It's a fair swap every time. Rocker's going to go ahead and sack off his Lycanroc Day. Now, Infernape pressures this thing a lot. Gustavo just wants to stay in, do as much damage as possible. Which is actually enough damage that Rocker kills himself with Flare Blitz. Don't really know why he Flare Blitz. Close combat was a much better play. I guess if Rocker would have won the speed tie, then Flare Blitz was the better play, but I don't know. Anyways, Thundurus is going to be in here claiming some kills. Serena comes in on the Manectric. Manectric doesn't really do anything. Serena can go ahead and launch off a Trop Kick and do so much damage to Manectric. I don't think staying in was Gustavo's better play since he needs this thing for Salamence. But Gardevoir is going to be here. Silvally swaps in. And this is Silvally normal again. So, interesting. Goes for multi-attack and does, like, nothing. Mence is going to go for the Devastating Drake. Don't agree with that. Should have definitely saved the Devastating Drake for the Alamomola, I think, because multi-attack wasn't doing anything. So Thundurus is going to go for the Thunderbolt, as Gustavo's going to make a great play. Go into Manectric, fully heal it, as it is +1. Goes into Garbodor, eats the HP Ice like it's breakfast, and it's got to swap out into Aloe. Rocker's going to miss the Gunk Shot, which doesn't matter, because Aloe has regen, and it's not doing anything anyways. So Rockers are going to set up a Toxic Spike, which is definitely good against Gustavo's team because it'll start to wear down this Alamomola next time it comes in. So either it doesn't take advantage of the, what's it called? Okay, so it's going to get poison next time it comes in. So, goes for the Psychic. Great play, as Manectric was a very obvious switch in. Gustavo's just going to sack Masquerain. Don't really agree with that because you have a regen Aloe. So I would definitely win Aloe, wait till it gets low, and then go into Masquerain to reset the Toxic turns. It really didn't matter because Thundurus wins the game either way. But yeah. And I believe Rocker has Stench on this Garbodor. So that's why it is flinching, because Stench gives like a 10% chance to flinch on moves that don't already flinch. So Alamomola, this is going to be a very slow death. Goes into Thundurus. Rocker doesn't want it to die to poison. He wants Thundy to get the kill as Thundy. There is no escape, Alamomola. You will die. As Thundy's going to take an Aqua Jet, does nothing. And Alamomola is going to drop to Thunderbolt. So Thundurus Therian, being one of the weakly heroes, is going to pick up 3 kills in this match, putting a lot of pressure on Gustavo's team. Next up, we have the Arcane Arcanines taking on the Utah Hoots. And 5-0 in the Arcanine's favor, so very big win. So let's see what happened. So Celebi and Uxie lead, battle the Psychic types. Celebi's gonna lose its leftovers right off the bat, which probably isn't that important because it has Recover likely. So Uxie's gonna go for the Stealth Rock and go into Scizor on this Scrafty, which Scrafty cannot do anything to make a Scizor. Arcanine comes out, and Arcanine, Arcanine pressures this thing a lot. Goes into Rotom, so a great double on Susie's part. Knowing that Tapu Fini would come out, either that or Wild Charge would have been the best play, but that was a very solid play. But Motives comes back with an even better play. Goes into Jolteon, so it can Volt Switch. Best play for Susie is just a Volt Switch again, but goes for the Hydro Pump, which Cryogonal pressures with Freeze Dry. So Rotom does not want to Volt Switch, just wants to get the heck out of there and go into Scrafty. The Toxic is going to come off. We all do it. We all forget that we have a Tapu Fini on our team and then run like status. So Scrafty is going to go for the Super Fang. Good tech. Goes into Arcanine, which this is not a winning battle for Suzy, since Arcanine has to take rocks damage each and every time. He's getting over this Morning Sun though. Good play, since Tapu Fini really cannot do anything to Celebi or Rotom. He's gonna double into Jolteon, so it was good that Suzy made the mid-ground play. But is then gonna double into Scrafty, expecting the Signal Beam, so great play. It's going to take a Volt Switch, which Scrafty is relatively bulky, so it doesn't really care. It's going to over the knockoff as Scizor comes in. Scizor is a free swap into Scrafty every single time. That's the great thing about Mega Scizor. It takes on so many different Pokemon so well. Mainly physical attackers who don't really get to like viably use Hidden Power. But Rotom is going to go with the Volt Switch on the Uxie. Get into that nice Celebi. As Celebi is going to go for rocks of its own. Has to take a big U-turn. As Mega Scizor comes out, and Scizor can just go for the Bullet Punch. It wasn't worth it. Celebi dies to rocks and dies to Bullet Punch, so it's just better to sack there. To get a free swap into Arcanine. So Scrafty is going to sit in here. Takes that Earthquake, no problemo. As goes into Mega Scizor, it's a free swap in every single time. Goes for the Fire Punch, doesn't kill. And Roost is, yeah, Roost is here. Suzy probably trying to get that nice little burn. But Arcanine comes out on the potential Roost. So that is exactly what happens. Scizor's going to go into Tapu Fini. And Suzy's going to go for the Toxic. Don't really know what he was thinking there. Probably forgot about the terrain. We all do it. Calm Mind, Tapu Fini on the field. Rotom is on the field. Probably the best scenario. Is forced to go for the Electric type move. So good play on Moto's part by forcing Rotom into the Electric type move. And then going straight into Jolteon. Very good play. Tapu Fini is actually going to come out on Scrafty this time. Goes into Rotom, takes a nice Moonblast to the face. As Rotom is going to go for the Electric type move, probably, but is going to predict the switch into Jolteon. Going into Landorus, but Landorus cannot do much to a Goodra, especially since it's Sand Force instead of Sheer Force. Goodra's going to go to the Dark Pulse and get rid of Scrafty. Landorus gets to come out, go for the Earthquake. Almost kills and is going to die to Ice Beam. I don't know if that was a high roll, low roll. Don't know. Really know where that roll was. But Rotom is going to go for the Hydro Pump, predicting the Jolteon this time. Jolteon is going to Volt Switch. Get the heck out of there. Best play for Suzy was to Volt Switch. See what happens. He's going to Hydro Pump. Misses out on the kill on Cryogonal. And goes into Arcanine. Does not want to take a Freeze Dry. Because Freeze Dry might possibly would kill the Rotom. So I was gonna sack Goodra to rocks. So not a bad play. Gets a free swap on the Tapu Fini. That was probably Moto's best play. Goes for the Wild Charge, does absolutely nothing to Tapu Fini. Takes a Surf. Arcanine is not loving that water. He's getting rid of the Wild Charge. Just wants to chip down Tapu Fini as much as possible. Now the best switching is probably going to be the Tyrantrum, but Rotom Wash actually comes out. Best play is Thunderbolt, or Volt Switch actually. It's going to take a Freeze Dry. Probably thought he didn't have it at this point because he didn't go for it earlier. So good play by Motus, packing Freeze Dry in the back. Then goes for Ice Beam and finishes off the Tyrantrum. So this is going to be the game. The Arcane Arcanines are going to win a 5-0 victory over the Utah Hoots. So next up, we have the Nightmare Nidoking taking on the St. Louis Swablues. Both were winless going into this match, but Megazard putting on so much pressure, being a weekly hero, picking up 4 kills. And that's what Mega Charizard was sent in the meta to do, just kill Mons and be a nuke. So let's see it. Sylveon, Galvantula lead. Galvantula's just gonna get the Spider Web. Is gonna take a Hyper Voice and then goes for the Bull Switch. Cress is gonna come in and take 19% from that hyper voice. God, why do you have this Cresselia Malone? It's so annoying. So Hitmonlee is gonna take a Toxic. Is gonna go with the Fake Out and burn the normal gem already. I don't agree with that play in the slightest, because he faked out and then just switched. What? Like, that doesn't make sense. You should have kept the Fake Out or the normal gem. Anyways, Drapion coming out here on the heal bell. So Sylveon putting on a lot of pressure. And Registeel is going to not get its speed lowered, which is probably not going to have any effect since it's the slowest Mon on the field. But it's going to go for the Ice Punch, since it's probably the best thing Inari has to hit it with. Hitmonlee comes out, goes for the Rapid Spin, goes for the Facade, so don't really know what that was for. I don't really know what the Facade was for. Kind of confused here. Maybe like, I don't even know. Anyways, Registeel comes out on the Drapion as it can every single time. And Cress is going to take an Ice Punch, just 9%. Oh my god. Finally gets Toxic. Thank you, Naria. You've done a service to the ASL. Okay. Sylveon comes out as X-Cloud is a pretty good check to Sylveon, since it does get soundproof, but actually Malone isn't running soundproof. So I don't know. Soundproof was definitely the ability to run, since it checks Sylveon pretty freaking well. Galvantula goes for Thunder and lands it, probably for the reason that it gets what's it called, Compound Ice. Dragon's gonna come in, Fire Blast, and that would kill. So Cress is going to have to deal with a Dragon Dance Megazard. And Cress is not very offensive, so yeah. Anaria is non-mega evolving, just in case there's like some HP ground shenanigans. Just being safe. As Flare Blitz can really nuke, along with Dragon Claw, it can just nuke the rest of Malone's team. Drapion dies to a +2 Dragon Claw. And then Hydreigon just gets to come out and die to a Dragon Claw. So fun. Everyone gets to die to Dragon Claw. So that is gonna be the game. The Nightmare Needle King picking up their first win, as Megazard picked up 4 kills, being a monster that it is. So next match, let's get it. Next up, we have the Keldeo Hub Resolute taking on the Intermilotic, and Ghost has still yet to win a game, as the Intermilotic are going to win a 4-0 victory, as they spread out their kills pretty well, with Rotom Heat picking up 2 of them. So let's do it. Jirachi is going to be in against Rotom, and Ghost is going to make a very risky play, as Rotom's going to Volt Switch, as that's very offensive Rotom. And Zygarde is going to go ahead and go for the Dragon Tail, so it's a support Zygarde. Goes to 1,000 arrows, and Jirachi's down on the 3rd turn of the match. So that's definitely not good for Ghost. But Clefable's going to come in on the Zapdos. It doesn't really care what Zapdos wants to do for the most part. Darmanitan's going to come in. Darmanitan looking like a nuke button, which it always is in matches. As the Rocky Helmet Zygarde, I really like this set by Static. It really beats down most of Ghost's team. Like it handles with Darmanitan, of course. It handles with Jirachi, with Buzzwole. And I really like the Rocky Helmet set. So Zapdos is going to Volt Switch into a Selgor. Selgor is going to get Toxic. And is going to go for the Acid Spray, so nice little tech to hopefully beat down Clefable. And Crobat is going to come in here, pressure the Aselgor a lot. And Zapdos gets to come in on Crobat every single time, though. So, very good U-turn on Ghost's part. Rotom is going to get Volt Switch on, gets into Darmanitan, does not want to take a Rock Slide, but it's going to be U-turn instead, as Zygarde is going to be very, very chipped down at this point. So, Zapdos can go ahead and pressure with HP Ice, which it's going to do every single time, it looks like. But it's going to give it a Volt Switch right here. Darmanitan is going to come in, can take a Moonblast if it needs to. It's not going to take it nicely, but it can. So it's just going to go for the Flare Blitz, as it's going to kill the Zygarde. That could definitely mattered. I'm sure it wouldn't have killed Zygarde otherwise. So it would have had to take extra recoil. But Darmanitan is going to die next anyways. So it's going to go for the Air Slash. And Flinch Conch Elder, which is pretty big. Rotom is going to double into Clefable. So Static is trying to preserve differential. Also, that is Scarf Rotom, I believe. So it's going to sit pretty. Or it's just offensive Rotom. Anyways, Moonblast is going to hit Swallow for a great deal of damage. And is going to be the Air Slash again and flinches. Another one probably won't kill, and Ghost does not want to risk it. Goes into Buzzwole on the soft boiled, so pretty good switch right there. Goes into Crobat as Substitute's going to come off. Air Slash is going to go through. Great play on Static's part. Whipping that Infiltrator out. Rotom Heat gets to come in on that Defog. Rotom Heat just gets to click Volt Switch or Overheat. This Overheat's actually going to one-shot the Zapdos. So this Rotom is taking lives. So Clefable coming in, gets crit. Big damage. It's going to just sack itself off. Static was trying to just preserve as much differential as possible, but at this point it's not possible. So is it going to take an Acid Spray? Goes for the knockout on a Selgor. Is going to try and kill with Mach Punch, as it indeed does kill with Mach Punch. So that is going to be the game. The Milotic are going to win a 4-0 victory, and on to the last match we go. We have the Contract Killers taking on the Nidolandians, and Slurpuff being a weekly hero, picking up 4 kills. Very cool stuff. Slurpuff doesn't usually do that good in draft league format. It's much better on ladder, but let's see it. Suicune, Mego, Bombso lead, very much favoring Anderson. Lari's got to switch right out. Going to Flareon, which is a dedicated switch in, which is a very solid switch in, since Flareon actually has a very good special defense stat. It actually, Mego Bombso is going to give the Focus Punch, do so much damage to that Flareon. And now it's going to go to the Flygon on the Wish. Is going to Wish into Suicune. Goes for the Toxic on the Suicune. Takes a Wish. Goes into Mega Bombstone, because Mega Bombstone is a relatively bulky Pokemon. Gets burned, which is probably important. Goes for the Seed Bomb, but indeed does kill the Flareon. So Mega Bombstone does claim his kill. So Mega Gallade comes out. Not many switch-ins in the game to Mega Gallade. It's pretty hard hitting and fast Mon. Tyranitar comes out and can take 2 energy balls and can just Pursuit pressure Chandelure. So that's why Brad just goes for the second energy ball, as T-Tar is indeed going to Pursuit. And Chandelure is going to live, but Tyranitar still gets the kill. We don't have the direct passive split. So, yeah. It's Sandstorm. So Excadrill gets to come out. Excadrill gets to claim its lives. Wait, no. There's Hail. That crit didn't matter on Mega Bomb Snow. The next one was going to kill, or an Iron Head was going to kill. So Greninja's going to come out, go for the Hydro Vortex on the Excadrill. So Mega Gallade comes out, as Mega Gallade takes whatever it wants. Mega Gallade is very, very bulky from the special side, as it's decently bulky on the defensive side. That's why bulk up variants are so good. Suicune is going to take a Nightshade. So Suicune is going to go with the Scald, as Big Boy 317 is going to take anything that this Suicune wants to do. Goes for the return, does a fair amount of damage, and this is a winning battle for Butters, just because she's a Suicune, but out comes Curslack, so things just got a lot scarier for the likes of Slurpuff, Suicune, and Gallade. But it's going to go with a Roar, and Work Up Greninja is going to be in the making. It's going to go with a crit in Burn, so if it's a physical Greninja, that's very, very bad, but it's not. It's special. There's so much damage to Suicune, and Suicune is forced to rest or switch out here. Goes for the Giga Drain and does knock out Suicune. So out comes, what's it called? Slurpuff. As Sableye comes in on Mega Gallade every single time, since Sableye is literally the best switch into Gallade in the format. So goes for the Will-O-Wisp, as it's gonna take a big knockoff. Gets rid of that lagging tail. Probably, I don't really know what that lagging tail is for. I don't really know. Anyways, goes for the Trick, and very, very, very good play on Anderson's part. I commend him for that. Tricks, so Slurpuff can't benefit from the what's it called? But it's gonna go with the Drain Punch because of Unburden. So yeah, this is gonna be a murder fest. Good, very good prep on Butters. Drain Punch just one shots it. I don't think that crit mattered. I don't. Anyways, that's going to be the game. The Noodle Indians picking up a 2-0 victory over the Contract Killers. So I will put up the matches for next week on the screen. And thank you guys for watching this section of week 5 weekly recap. And down below, all the replays will be down there, so you can watch them at your own pace if you would like. And I will see you guys all in the next one. I know the ASL channel has been a little slow recently, but the reasons why it's been slow are being slowly fixed, so we should be up and running soon, like at normal pace. But anyways, thank you guys for checking out the video, and thank you guys for your support. Please like and subscribe if you have not already. It really helps us out, and we will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.